you can't attribute that directly to the president, but there is a certain collateral.
For example,
Ashaman, thank you. It was a disaster. I'm a fan of the military. I just love the military, okay? Because
former defense
apart from that, I lived in the barracks occasionally here and there. Essentially, I like the military. I respect the military. But why you may be only good enough. Is it? I'm not surprised. I am more barracks boy than I am. I mean, me extend my fantasy. Genuine or not. Such things. Such things on yet. There was a watching journalist be. The word was our custodious abadi for insulting, quote unquote, a businessman. I'm not
really?
sure if it's fair to mention the name
insulting
of
a businessman.
Yeah, is it Magdan or Sebibi? Monteya.
No.
I find that very interesting because
but it is wrong, is it not?
No,
completely wrong. The gentleman will have the option of going to sue defamation. I mean, but you see, I like
this,
what
how can this one rob on?
I like
rob on government.
That either neutrals or political opponents can capitalize on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a genuine point, but they can raise it to cover the quality of governance, the culture of governance. On there, necessarily they are right.
Okay,
but you see, such things overall can feed international agencies now a world rank and a world rating. As for them, they take it into consideration, and then it brings our ranking and rating down. And when those reports come out, then your opponents or civil society also raise them. Text message.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and there are many methods to deal with those things. Nothing stops the police from hearing some of the things we are saying. We are sure that when we cite those archaic laws. Unfortunately, here in the campaign for repeal of the criminal libel regime, we forgot some two elements, which the police keep using, and they have used it. People don't know across the administrations that we've had in the Fourth Republic, even since the repeal of the criminal libel law. Some gentleman, he didn't escape me. He went to say a president who collapsed at the Independence Square. Kwame Kaya.
I'm just trying to remember the name now.
And he was arrested. He actually prosecuted. This country. This is not too long ago. The police cited that particular useless archaic law. Or the mount campaign to take it out. But this is what I'm saying.
I'm just seeing this right now. Manasseh Azuri Awini. Obini Facebook page. No one was also a journalist has been remanded into custody for 2 weeks for publishing false news about Magdan. This is strange.
Again,
how?
Or a member of GJ or not the same material. The GJ must say something.
The remand was handed down by a court?
Yes, a court. In the can of AMA can. You see, sometimes some of these things, but it be a court in what they, the law, and the court to win. Yeah, but remand for 2 weeks for what? Obogwana or a flight racer, Jenny passport. Man, don't report to police by every 2 days. Even though my principal position is that it is totally uncalled for.
So what, they're just trying to show him where power lies?
It doesn't make sense. And these things,
journalists,
implications or repercussions or collateral dimensions which people can use or misuse. Yes, get your party ready in a state of readiness. Have a good competition. It's clear my desire, but for good reasons I'm not saying it categorically now. Church massive.
Mobombe.
But you are seeing that too.
The crystal ball.
Kweku,
Yeah.
you have a namesake. Minim de nyim na.
Yeah, our friend.
Kweku Sechiado.
Oh, of course.
Ah.
Nah, minim Kweku na.
Ose, I think Kweku Bako is visiting the studio as a tourist. It is a day of return. It is a day of return, quote unquote.
Not day of return.
Yeah, day of return. Kweku, welcome from the local diaspora. Kweku Sechiado. Irrepressible.
Yeah, but he writes
Very well, yeah.
Very well.
In Poncho,
learn how to write.
fantastic writer.
Yeah.
Fantastic writer. Now, Chief Binding,
Local diaspora.
local diaspora. Champion Chairman General, I had a dream. And in the dream, I saw Kweku Bako, Kojo Alote, Kwabena Bonfe, Kwame Duncan, and Kwame Sefakain discussing 2024 elections with me, one Kweku Binding. All I heard from you lot was change of government in 2024 is possible. Ever.
Yeah, G-Bani, or your bad dream. Yeah. Hallucination. Hallucination. I set up nice restaurant. I'm there. It's been more than
Yeah.
To conclude,
Yeah.
it's up to the party. What tactics, what strategy, what message, what message, what responsibility. And to conclude, I reinforce the message and say me as a tourist. I agree. Check that entry and exit.
Local diaspora.
Same. I'll be doing same on Good Morning Ghana. I'll do same on Newsfire. And indeed, as I say, radio, we started in Amoko 1 or 2 or 3. I will be repeating that.
You'll be visiting these places from local
diaspora. I've got your drift.
But Kweku, a quick one. A lawyer is helping out here.
Okay, good.
Also, Kwame, from the story, the journalist was remanded because he was deemed a flight risk because he had not attended court. But the journalist also says he was not given information by the police to be in court. So that is what went to court.
Some of these things do happen.
Yeah.
The police want more information, prior notice when court.
And I'm saying,
but flight risks, I'm wondering, is the cure remand for 2 weeks? Is the cure?
It's sad.
Want to man at times on report.
Yeah, for example, what's imagine a passport?
Yeah, it's flight risks. Is the cure for it? I'm not sure.
And they say false news. 2 weeks.
False news.
2 weeks and
it's a false news. What was it meant to? The false news entitled to. No, they may even tell you the false news will be create fear and panic.
Yeah.
But that is part of that legislative piece now. Mr. Oversight. I overlooking that has been used by the police, especially, and in some cases the BNI, over the years, even since the repeal of the criminal libel law. We must take another look at that. It's a disaster of a piece of legislation. Kwame, maybe
it's a disaster of a piece of legislation. Abdul Malik Kweku Bako, who says for him the horizon is clear. And then let's hear then. Chairman General, you are too biased towards the military. Allow Kweku Bako to bastardize them small. Gastiman in Brekum. Gastiman, I've allowed him, but don't forget Kweku and I are both in the same boat. But bastardization is a bit of a harsh word. And then This one says, I'm extremely happy to hear the voice of Kokrokoo Baku again. He informed my listenership since age 16, and I pray he'll be strengthened to come back on radio. George McLean of Faye in Ayen Swanon.
It's the only cool regimes that are bastardized.
Sir Obama's dream celebrating Dr. Bawumia's victory is the true dream. My boss, Chief Bini, didn't complete his dream. At the latter end of the dream, Bawumia won. Master Planner Junior, Kintapo. And this one says, Chief Bini, up on once a man appeal. Up on once a minimanche, ye phone na. What's it?
So turn into a nightmare.
What's your dream now? A bad dream. Very bad dream. It is a brutal dream. And let me say a very good morning and a happy birthday wish to Dr. Roma Okine of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Happy birthday to you, Dr. Roma Okine of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. It's from James Wingate of Planet One Group to you, Dr. Roma Okine. Enjoy your birthday. And then also to you, Mr. Ebenezer Ajete of Eurotour Ghana Limited. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Ebenezer Ajete of Eurotour Ghana Limited. God bless you richly. And then okay. Well, Kweku, your mischievous brother won't let you sleep. Larry Dogbe has come back. He says, please ask Kweku Baku if he is fasting or not. He shall remember me when the salad, rice, and stew come. I want plenty sheep meat in it. By the way, he does work campaigning for freedom of the press, even for his worst enemies, and that I find very admirable. Kudos to him, Larry Dogbe.
Noted. But on medical grounds, I don't fast.
But that was long ago.
Yeah,
it can't actually.
That's true. On Inchada, I don't observe some of the things like giving gifts and even fasting. I had to give out something for some people to do
for on your behalf.
That's what it does. Sure.
Interesting comments, interesting thoughts, interesting observations. Peace 1043. Time check 24 minutes past 10. Now the MPP flag bearer race. Who else have I missed out? There's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There's Alan Tremanting. There's Kennedy Ejapong. There's Boachie Ejakon. There's Kwabena Ejapong. There's Joe Gate. There's Adai Nimo. There's Kofi Konedu Apreko. Why Bionaka?
You mentioned some names.
Kojo Poku, the energy expert. Okay, Mr. Tibioa. Mr. I just wanted to be sure I haven't missed anybody yet. There's Kojo Poku, the energy consultant, Kofi Konedu Apreko, Adai Nimo, Joe Gate, Kwabena Ejapong, Boachie Ejakon, Kennedy Ejapong, Alan Tremanting, and Mahamadou Bawumia. And maybe say any other names we've missed out?
I missed one.
Listen now,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
I have 9 names so far. I knew there was one name I had missed. Owusu Efriye Akoto. Yeah, man. Yeah, about my studio.
Yeah, there was a opposite president to become flag bearer.
Are you sure it was exactly what he said?
But he was asked why he wants to be president.
Well, he came to, in fairness to him.
Yes.
Maybe Sano.
I remember.
I don't also I know from Brejo. But okay, because he was looking at he has to be flag bearer first before he can be president. In the process, without being flag bearer, he can be president.
Yes.
Into Ohana no from Nobai, into Ano from Brejo.
Yeah, then that's fine. That's an honest.
No, I should statement sir.
No, he sat here and said it himself.
Oh, okay.
There is an honest thing.
He sat here and said it himself. So
he's an honest man. No question me. He's an honest man.
It's a plus for him.
He's an honest man.
So far we have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 names. This is why.
When you're 11 now. The old blacks are
there are 10.
Yes, I have 10 names here so far.
Academicals.
No, but you won't know why a formal declaration or.
I declare.
Wow. 10.
I know Kojo Poku, the energy consultant, has declared Uswefri Akoto, Kofi Kuredo Apreko, Dynamo, Joe Gate, Kwabne Jepong, Boache Jaku, Kennedy Jepong, Alan Chiremating. And even though the vice president hasn't declared, it is obvious.
Okay,
a little laughter for you, Kweku Baku, and I'm sure Kwame na. Kwame, Dr. Uswefri Akoto's slogan is Atopa. Meaning Akoto tops all.
Wow.
Peace FM.
Peace
FM. Peace FM.
To Papa.
So may we have a quick
Oh, guys.
I'm going to top song.
Atopa. Anyway, and then okay, so somebody says you forgot Akoto. Well, I've said it. So Atopa, Akoto tops all. And anyway, let me do another round of conversations and then we'll wrap up this morning's edition of Kokrokoo Live in your ear. Peace 104.3.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
So the time is 28 minutes past the hour, 28 minutes past 10. So it means that Enchibia, it will be 11. And this one says, happy birthday to you, listening Kumasi, Dr. Daniel Essien and Mrs. Rosemary Essien. A very good morning to Dr. Daniel Essien and Mrs. Rosemary Essien of Mount Sinai Hospital and Morgue at Echima Kufudia in Kumasi, Inti. Anope Chiamo, Dr. Daniel Essien and Mrs. Rosemary Essien of Mount Sinai Hospital and Morgue at Echima Kufudia. Have a beautiful day. And I'm Yami Mama Jofel of Jofel Kitchen. Ma Jofel mi hu ache mi chiano pe nyami shrao bibre. Peace 104.3. And then this one says please wish Mary Nyedubia Ado food seller at Ala Joe. Happy birthday, Mary Nyedubia Ado. And I'll pay in Chia Kessie Eko amount. And then Osman for thank you very much. Osman for have a good one. Somebody says, Ato Papa, well, it is what it is. I just leave it there. Kwabna, Yampong.
Chawanjera.
Yes, Kwabna.
Me de Bibi Bema a MPP for Council of Elders. 1980, United States of America. Omo president elections, near Owini Ronald Reagan. Na running
1991.
80.
Okay.
A quick one.
Yeah.
Now, also in the race.
Before Reagan Ebabeye the candidate of the Republican Party, or nipa bakon and the prayer pa na CIA former director George W.H. Bush. It turned out say omuwie no ono eno ye ne running mate after one former President Gerald Ford conversation say obey ne running mate no anye successful. Me feel say tibia bia mu no se mpani wo fia wo mu tie fom wo mu de wo masotu fom ehwe se adwobre beba eboa ema bibia kosuye nti eye direction bia medema wonum so mbetima hwehwem how it went no more use wo mu mpani ye powers no mu de aboa ebeboa wo mu pa tabanjera
Kwara Bonfe.
Also, some from Maracana cannot small and tasse. But my appear to be beating around.
I'm not beating about.
Yeah.
By the way, Sampine says, who smoked this rat of a Kwekubaku out of his hole? I have missed him rough. Anyway, regards to all.
Catch Sampine there, you know, one comobi. I'm the KJT market incident.
Sampai Kweku Baku says he's coming to light another fire at KJT market. Figuratively, though.
But not here. But then maybe a few questions answered. But it doesn't look as if things are going the way it should. It was planned.
Anyway,
it
yes.
Look that way.
Kabila,
and I have some reports on it.
Talking about it doesn't look that way. Kweku, interesting. Andra, there was a video on Ghana Web. Obi had drawn my attention this year. I saw it myself. Kwame Osu Donko says, Kweku, I'm sorry, but I need an explanation. I watched a video on Ghana Web where a purported auctioning of your father's belongings. It looked like a high school drama. I don't understand. Can you explain? That is from Kwame Osu Donko. I don't know if you've seen that video.
Oh, I have. Kwame.
Yeah.
That video has been circulating.
Kweku, please raise your voice.
That video, it's been in circulation for almost 3 or 4 years now.
Really?
Yes, Uncle for sending me copies. In fact, I think it was my junior brother Kran was sending me the first time. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. But subsequently, and this week, amazing, me WhatsApp. Many people sending with different versions of Isaman Kofi Khan and Yama. One point, it's authentic.
It's an authentic video.
Yes, it is.
So what does it say?
It's truncated. It's authentic because it happened.
What happened?
They auctioned.
They auctioned 8 cabinet ministers were found liable. One by the Commission of Inquiry, one of the commissions of inquiry. Maybe for example, which of them was it? Anijagi? Access Commission of Inquiry. Not exactly, but I don't want to misrepresent, so I have to be very careful. And it was to do with A.G. Leventis.
A.G. Leventis.
That's one handing over war corporate entity to Ghana government.
Yeah.
A.G. Leventis became GNTC.
GNTC.
Chekai.
Yeah.
Yes, the sale to Ghana government. What the commission's finding, the effect was that there was an extra £1 million or dollars. Again, maybe free, exactly, because I haven't checked the documentation. Was paid, and it went to NADECO.
National Development Corporation.
NADECO was National Development Company or Corporation. To be fair and to be honest with, I'm a student of history and research, and when it comes to those things, you have to do admissions. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to debate or interact with my father himself over some of these things. That NADECO was virtually a wing of the CPP. And indeed, money.
Commercial wing.
Yes, virtual. They didn't state that on paper, but you have to be honest. Yes, that is how it came into being. I think from the 1962 or so. It is sometimes commissions of contracts Nanyama
were paid into
then they use it to finance party and many other things. So the cabinet ministers who were at that meeting, presided over then by the great Osajifo himself. And don't forget, Nkrumah was not in the jurisdiction. So what they did was they listed the cabinet ministers who were present and surcharged them based on the Commission of Inquiries. Indeed, they were even sent to the High Court and prosecuted, except that they were not convicted. They said one tongue war properties. Kwame, I was 13 years old. I was an eyewitness to that auction.
So what did they auction? What auction about it?
Look, Kwame, first of all, the day of the coup, soldiers raided the house and took a lot of things away. Cows, goats, dogs, many things. If you also see bullet holes still there. Into almost a quarter of my father's properties, assets, and things were stolen by marauding soldiers who invaded the house. But based on the court order, rising from the Commission of Inquiry findings, these 8 ministers were held responsible
I see.
for the
Decision of
GNTC, the decision of the government, but of the cabinet. And indeed, the 8 of them, they were all present at that cabinet meeting where the decision was taken. This is the price of the GNTC, AG Leventis transaction, so and so. So they were held responsible. And the decision was that 1 ton was property. Now, 1 ton, almost everything in terms of what shirt, net trouser, chairs, even personal assets were added to it. And why I say it's truncated now, I was an eyewitness. I was 13 years thereabout. I was there, and I was politically conscious by then. So, I mean, you know where the truncation is.
Where?
For the last 3-4 years, I've also been searching, see if I can get a fuller version. GTV cameras were there. There were also some foreign groups like BBC or say, they all came there. It was a big thing. Lebanese man be no name but I was there. No, your jokes, man also or shouting to the ocean. I said, but where are the children? I want to buy one to make him my house help.
Are you joking?
That's why it's so sad my stepmother is gone, because she was there before the man making a man so much show there, Kwame. Hey, no, and I'm not lying, because what was going on was some extraordinary drama. It's in the baby face. My papa, those days is not my bank account. Let me track bank account.
13-year-old boy.
Oh yes, but the first time I smoked weed, I was 13 years.
Bam, out here.
The big boys took me out there and they gave me weed. I was 13 years. Kwame, and I broke my virginity to at 13.
Nobody's asking you that. Nonsense. Nobody's asking you that. Now this is going to be the new headline. I broke my virginity at 13.
It's a fact.
You are drawing problems for yourself. But let's go into the video. I find it very intriguing.
Before the guy realized, I jumped and held his neck. Hey, the whole place became chaotic. The police had to intervene. The cameramen were taking shots of what was happening.
I'd like to see that part of the video.
Look, they thought there was a lion. The man said, police for now intervene to make a car, me rain. Look, I was mad. And so and that's the man's son. Then the man himself cooled down. He thought he was joking, and he didn't know that one was surrounding him.
They auctioned your father's clothes.
Yes. Okay, the people were laughing because they didn't know me too. Many of the people there didn't know who I was.
But they should see that you are a semblance of your father.
But Kweku, who are the other ministers? Rebecca Wana.
Oh yes, Aaron Ofurata,
then finance minister.
Yes, no. Amwakwata was the finance.
Amwakwata, sorry, yes.
But Aaron Ofurata, who was Speaker of the National Assembly, one of you.
They auction one time, one yama.
Yes. Auction personal items.
Into papa ebadun auction. Also ne shirt, ne trouser.
Trouser, shirts, but I'll tell you one interesting story. There's he's late. I think he's passed on. Asante businessman, no station Kuma, both in Laboni too. SK Main.
Oh, SK Main, yes, of course.
I must just wake up for that man.
You mean you must get up for him, not wake up for him?
Stand all the things.
I salute him.
SK Main. Oh yeah,
yes.
Wake up in all your fancy casa.
Okay.
Yes, sure, but I was wrong.
Me take Kweku.
This man appeared in the house suddenly and was taking part there, ushering, and some of us were shocked. Even my stepmother was shocked.
The SK Main no suri yebi.
We didn't know what his mindset was. Including cars. Claymont.
Oh, Papa the cars.
No, look, my father. We released my father. My father was the last senior minister to be released, 69. Yewoha na Papa Waba. Plymouth, and then two other.
Plymouth.
Or the Aba. Piano. The old man liked organ. Then we noticed, we realized, because we were shocked.
Yeah.
But he bought. I'm sure his children may be listening to me. I'm sure Napoleon.
Francis Pogo has narrated this story
to you. He would know.
That's his uncle.
He bought it and brought them back. But others, of course, they came to do business. Into one, It Kwame happened.
And SK Menu bought
He bought
and returned.
and returned.
To his eternal memory, we say thank you.
Yeah. And he knew the state of the old man. I mean, I'm not boasting, but if my father wanted, he could have been the richest of all Nkrumah's ministers.
Yeah.
Take it from me.
Nkrumah describing his
I will show
protege.
you documents. Military procurement, aircraft procurement, Switzerland. He was offered 10% of a 10 million pound procurement in no Otrol. Old man just wrote a letter to Nkrumah. I said, this is the evidence. This is what I've been offered. Shows that this subculture is ongoing in the system. I have it.
I mentioned Kofi Baku.
Signed. I'm speaking to you. And it came up in one of the commissions of inquiry. From 1967 and 68, they started the commercialize the EFI.
Okay.
You know the house?
Of course.
There was a stage in that house. We, the family, lived upstairs. And a strange family anymore lived downstairs. We rent.
Laboni Estate.
Yeah, the Kofi Baku's residence. That's how we survived.
Wow.
We moved upstairs into a blockade, the stairs, door not the baba downstairs.
Yeah.
So that if you are
mistakenly
strangers anymore. But we needed cash. It's in the house here, but there all around, like a commercial
entity.
And
You mean all around, not around? I'm just pulling your legs, you know that.
And you know, this created problems because sometimes, and you know how access will freeze your accounts.
Yeah.
About your school fees or not through to the NLC. It continued even to the NRC. Or the throw. One day I will show you ejection notices from State Housing Corporation. Change there, if you know was State Housing, it was high purchase.
Yeah.
All those Nkrumah ministers,
They all bought them.
they all bought some, but that even is another case. Carnation, yes, Kanda, no Ringway Estates, but not a high purchase over a period. Or defaulting, there were more than 8 ejection notices. There were times at State Housing Corporation from Waba. They were ejecting because he couldn't pay. But that's where my stepmother's father, that is my father's father-in-law. Yeah, the father-in-law. You know, he was rich. Yeah, boy. He intervened many times. Otherwise, in Chedamifi, by now we shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Wow.
But, I mean, politics, these are some of the price you pay. Yeah. See, I grew up initially, let me tell you. So I thought the old man was such a quote-unquote a bad person because we were suffering. A minister of 18 years standing, arguably the closest lieutenant, but from the early 60s, the closest, the most powerful of all of them.
And he's close.
Faithful protege.
Nay, family pressure. What's when my old man walks across the street to go and buy kinky and fish, you see people laughing at things. So, and it was embarrassing. Some of my own friends would say, look at that. No, yeah. But as I grew up, then I understood that, okay, he could have paid the money, but he didn't. That should be my source of strength. Yeah. I'm telling you honestly. That's where my dedication, my loyalty and everything to him grew. Because if in a meaning matters, there are fine. What is it? He had the chance, he didn't take advantage. So we suffered. But it gave me some source of inspiration and integrity.
Resilience.
But Kweku Baku said, Gadus in Ashtown is not very happy with you. He says, Kweku Baku just plunged me into a melancholic depression. He broke his virginity at 13. Bad boy turned bad man. I broke mine at 21. Anytime I think about it, I begin to hate my good boy days. In fact, I have accrued arrears to equal his exploits. Sir Gadus in Ashtown. And a very good morning to you, Linda, at the Ministry of Finance. Have a beautiful day, Linda. Thank you very much for drawing my attention. Now, this one from Ani Osabuti says, integrity is everything. The reason why Kokrokoo has to write his book, we are waiting. Kokrokoo, come in.
It's work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Bill of indictment, the state versus Kofi Asante Oforata. 2, second accused Kofi Baku. Third accused Ferdinand K. Dragoka.
Oh, Mali Goka, Papa.
Yes. 4, Ashford Emmanuel Inkumsa. 5, Kokrokoo Boating.
Reverend Kokrokoo Boating.
Yes. 6, L.R.
Abavana down.
Exactly. 7, Osei Owusu Afriye. And then 8, Emmanuel Koblan Bensa. Check out. Bensa.
Yeah.
So this 8, they were present at the meeting where the cabinet
took the decision to go from AG Leventis to GNTC.
Yes. And
they auctioned their stuff?
Yeah, they did. All of them. And there must be video for all of them. Why the last 3 years I've been searching because I just wanted to see whether I could see myself do what I did. But the police for number in fact me real.
But Kokrokoo,
so fine.
On a light note, Obi say, ask him, the lady he broke his virginity with, is the lady also captured in his book?
but that won't come in. And the people who gave me some are alive, some are dead. Probably you know some of them.
Oh yeah.
I was the youngest in that.
Now somebody is saying Kokrokoo Baku has said his Chairman General, what is yours? If you say it, you will not die. If I say it too, I will not die. So come on.
Maybe don't say it. No, maybe I call me about 10.
Nonsense. But Kokrokoo, a very sobering story you've mentioned. Your mischievous brother has sobered. Like Dogbe says, the negativity, acrimony, and evil associated with Ghana's politics since Nkrumah has been unimaginable. Interesting story.
See, Kwame, I mean, as a student of history, I tried as much as possible to look at it across the divide.
Yeah.
There were families, and for that matter, children of some people who also suffered under the Nkrumah regime.
Yeah.
So some of those things, that's why I'm not bitter in the sense that my father was key member of an administration people suffered under.
Yeah, CPP. Yeah.
So when you are making yours, you don't ignore the others. Now, Kwame, interesting. Nyama was sending him one member of parliament. Member needing because me need permission. Okanwa was sending me video, but there was an accompanying narrative. The narrative now, I'm not sparking. Also, look at this young Kokrokoo Baku now. He's now in support of his father's
opponents.
Enemies. One can't opponents, but also enemies. And that kicked me. Inima, who were, and also one away,
school.
You know, maybe they are very clear in our minds.
If you want clarity, raise your voice. We can't hear you.
Mr. Maybe they are very clear. The 1966 coup was instigated or activated by the military and the police, backed and financed by Western intelligence. There's no doubt about that.
CIA.
Nkrumah has written on this.
There's no doubt. It's documented.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. The UP in exile had been trying all sorts of coups and conspiracies against the Nkrumah administration. And also, they're undisputed.
Yeah.
In fact, if you Kulungugu bomb try now, Ninia wo. But the 1966 coup, they were not the planners
or the
executors. They were beneficiaries post the coup. Nyama was set a commission of inquiry, Center for Civic Education, also even Constituent Assembly when we're coming to the transition. So they were beneficiaries. I'm very honest about that, based on documentation.
Yeah.
The one were you cool? Kutuka or him, Kwame.
Well, he died the following year actually.
And what happened?
He was shot.
Okay.
Counter coup.
General Fifa were him.
Very dead.
Okay.
Not just dead.
Highly escaped. Custodial sentence imposed on him by the AFIC People's Court and ratified by the council. And that sentence was erased by the chairman of the AFIC during the Liman period. You know the story. He signed a document to say there, no, he was not included. But if it's any AFIC member, and I'm not saying there were trial processing was good. That's not the argument. But I'm saying that the third figure, in fact, the main brain of the coup was J.W.K. Halley.
Yeah.
The brawn, that is the muzzle, was the two generals. They were not generals at the point.
They were colonel and major.
And that was part of the corruption of the military system. Revolt in the needless promotions and things. It is a mission in contest. And a color woman there. One will lead the coup. History paid them. Difficult to say what I'm saying because
they got their just recompense.
Yes, and family, it's a difficult thing to say.
I know because their families.
Exactly. And their families think that the fathers didn't have a fair track.
I also believe
this
that.
Is our history.
I also believe that CPP Nangasani inside the world, those around Kwame, they were also involved.
No. Wait a minute. That coup, 66 coup. What you can say about CPP for involvement, which is not the right word to use, is that some of them panicked. They panicked and ran away. My country story, Ambassador Hotel. There was a meeting there.
I saw the boom comes now.
I saw the Wuzu.
Ambassador Hotel, the Presidential Commission was commandeered by my old man to meet in order to mount a counter. We meeting, we meeting, we connections here and there. Then a waiter of the Ambassador Hotel, because or serve more. No, sir, Flagstaff House is under fire. Then the chairman of the Presidential Commission, whose name I won't mention, is public record.
But if it's public record, mention it.
Oh, it's not fair.
Nana.
Also,
our friend.
Sir, Flagstaff House under fire. They won't for fire.
Fire service.
A foreigner.
Okay, since you refused, I found the name. Nana Achin.
Nana Achin. That's a Kufi paramount chief.
He was the Kufi paramount chief.
Yes.
And in charge
in
of
the absence of
Kwame Nkrumah, the Presidential Commission.
Nkrumah didn't have a vice.
Yeah, he didn't have a vice.
Presidential Commission.
I saw the Risu Kumo,
but I didn't hear the bungams. Only no gromini or you true. No gromini no okadamasam. You go push it. And just in the middle of your safra.
Why is that meeting was ongoing?
Yeah.
A white guy brushed into the Ambassador Hotel, baby and old man. Fully dressed in Ghanaian military uniform. Fully.
A white boy.
White man. There will be a British and
yes. Military,
but they are still here, though.
Yes, they can then even for training and other purposes. But this one, there were so few there. The Minister of Defense knew them even by face and name. It's when this man rushed in, then the people told him that, what you know, also emergency. Directing though, this is the Minister of Defense and the people sitting there. Told Mati, sorry, Papa no huna per.
When
my old man was calling him, because on him, but fully dressed, well uniformed. So the guy quickly dodged, vanished. He vanished.
I see.
That's why my father was convinced that even in the operational operational level, some people, there were external elements helping.
Yeah.
And his view was that, look, if it was any of the Canadians and the British, who were less than 10, only more, what be film only more also by face, But that's besides the point.
That's besides the point. Abdul Malik Kwekubaku sharing some interesting thoughts here, shouting out to your Linda of room 412 at the Ministry of Finance. Good morning to your Linda at room 412 at the Ministry of Finance. Here's to wish you a beautiful day.
The work is part
and
of the work in progress.
Somebody says, Kweku, I'll say out Kweku.
Yeah.
Obisa a child and mental abuse. He was 11 years old, and it was his father's second wife. Bam.
My drink could be
Manko baby.
The old mouth to Kwanewa. Say, until that is my stepmom no walk. It happened a couple of times. Obama and my brother were redeploying to a house or Ringway Estates.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Because what?
There were big girls there.
Okay, we understand where you're going.
No, Ada. I'm my chief. BBC. That time, have I some guys no? One hour first. So I can understand the judgment. I experienced it.
Kwame.
Yes.
Kintampo Municipal Assembly. Almost homecoming. 10th April.
10th April.
To rebuild the Kintampo.
That's next week Monday.
Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
Abusuafo ne adofo ewo babia na library wom ehona na mekusua de kenkan nwoma pa ye nyina ye nkoboa na ye rebuild Kintampo Community Center no MC ya won mo Minua Isaac Bafuamia Kola ye da wase any initiative no info obia ntachi na nye emane fe me da se.
Yes, so yeah, that's obi say Chairman General, mine was also a house help.
They are coming out of
the woodwork. Kojo T, good morning. Tell Kwekubaku, I say he's very diabolical. Obi adini dia ba obi say ye be jane sa what's the Kwekubaku abofra boni. And Pachoma Mubi Simon, he said, so you guys, won't you end the show today? Yes, we're ending it. We're ending it. We don't want any more house of stories. Kweku, good to see you again, and thank you for passing through. Sure. James Crab, James Crab now, Bonfa Abdul Malik Kwekubaku, Kwamina Duncan, Bernard Alote Jacobs. Remember, Easter in Mamobi is on because Hope for Little Lives, in collaboration with Faithfield Christian Center, Covenant House of Faith, presents Easter in Mamobi. There'll be free surgery for children, medical screening, Christ Crusade, and Easter party for children in Mamobi and its environs from the 6th to the 9th of April. Please go ahead and support this. If you want any further inquiries, 024 500 9694. That is 024 500 9694. Their Momo number 059 7393 785. That is 059 7393 785. Today is George Daku's birthday. He's 73 years old. This is one of my all-time favorite George Daku tunes. And I know, Fire, you love it too. This one entitled Sambra. Maro, here's your song. Dum 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 dum.
Peace FM.
Ekowadi. Yes, to you as well. Roll. It says happy birthday to Kwame Jokoto. Is it our very own Kwame Jokoto? Happy birthday, Kwame Jokoto, from the executive CBG and from Yoko Intadi as well. The next news broadcast is at 12. Kofi Kumbilson is next on your radio. May your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. It's all you have. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.